Hello and welcome to this session. So in this session, we look at rank and dense rank. So these are the analytical functions. They are very similar to each other. There is only one minute difference between rank and dense rank. So what rank and dense rank does, right? So they rank the records based on some expression. So we give an expression similar to how we give the row number, right? So we basically provide an expression and the records or partitions are ordered by it, and based on the expression, it will basically rank. Now, in case of a tie, rank will declare the tied position as n and skips the next position while dense rank does not skip. Okay, so we'll see that with an example. So, assume that we have employees. Let's say we have a employee one. Her salary is let's say $10,000. Then we have employee two. Salary is 10,000 again. So we have employee three, salaries 20,000. We have employee four, salaries let's say salaries $8,000, correct? Okay, now we have this employee. So what I wanted to do is I want to rank these employees based on the salary that they are drawing. Like the highest salary will be the rank one, the next highest will be rank two, and so on. So in this case, like the highest salary is this one, right? So if I can use rank and dense rank for this function, okay, for this purpose. So let me say, like if I use rank, what will happen? Okay, so rank will do is basically rank will say that okay, this is basically rank one, okay, because it has the highest salary. So what is the second highest salary? This two, correct? So both of them are actually having the same 10,000. So what it will do is it will give the second rank to both of them. Okay, so it will be rank 2. This will also be rank 2. Okay, now this is the third one, right? So now what happens is we need to rank this. So rank will say that, hey, we already given the two records as rank 2. So 1 and 2 is already done. So this, now the next rank, right? So we will have to skip it. So instead of 3, we will give it as 4. Okay, this is what rank does. So if we had one more record, let's say this also is, let's say employee number 7, this employee also has the same. Now because we have already used up 3 rows or 3 ranks, so what we have to do is we have to skip those 3. So here instead of 4 it will be 5. So basically it's like we have 5 records, and so the last record would be that rank, right? So something like that. So this is what rank does. Now if the same thing if I use with dense rank, so what dense rank will do is it will give this as rank 1, it will give these 3 as rank 2, but it will not skip the next rank. So instead of rank 5, it will go and see rank 3. So that is the only difference between dense rank and rank. Rank will skip the tied positions, dense rank does not skip any position, right? So this is the only difference. The same thing if I use row number instead of rank or dense rank. So what row number does is it basically just gives a running serial number. So it will be rank 1, this will be 1, this, if this is 2, then this is 3, then this is 4, and then this would be 5, right? It basically gives a running serial number. So there are no duplication here. Okay, so that's the primary difference between rank, dense rank, and row number. Okay. All right, so now let's look one example. So I have this query here. So what I'm doing is I'm getting some data from the order tables and I'm joining with products and categories. So what I'm doing is per category and product ID, what is the total sales price, that what are the total sales that we have made? Okay, so for category and product ID, what is the total sales? This is an aggregation, so you have to use a group by, right? So if I execute this, so what I will have is, look, for this books category, for this product, this is the total sales we did. For the category books, for this product, we did this much of sales. Okay. Now I want to rank this. So I want to, so this would be like rank, I mean, I want to rank based on the total sales, like per books. Let's say if I have these many records, whatever I'm seeing on the screen, right? So for this, what I want to do is I want to identify the top sales, and I want to give it as rank 1. So here, if you look at this, 35,000, this would be the highest. Like we have more records here, but I'm just trying to give an example here, right? So this would be like within this record, this would be the rank one. Then the second highest will be rank two. Okay, so we want to give such ranks here. So for that, we will use a rank function. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a rank over. Okay. Um, Again, the data that you see here, you might have a different data. I might have a different data because the way how we created the data, right? So we use a lot of random functions, correct? So again, I want to repeat it. That was done on purpose so that we concentrate on our data validations as well. So it's not like you just see my screen and see like, oh, he got this output, so I should match with that. No, you have to look at your own data. What is the data that you have, and what is the output that you are getting? Okay, all right. So I'm using a rank function over. So this is very similar to the row number, right? The only difference is here I'm using rank. So I need to partition by, I want to partition by category for this partition, right? So I will pick this category, order by, I want to do the order by on the sum of total sales. So I will say sum of total sales, and I want to order on descending order because I want the highest total price at the top so that it's easier for me to rank this. Okay, so I would call it as rnk rank. So let me just execute this. Okay, okay, before that I would also do one thing. I would order this with rank. Okay, so that I have for books, if you see this total sales, if you see here, it is in the descending order, right? So it is all in the descending order. So highest sales gets a rank one, correct? So if I go a little deeper and let's look at some other. So next we have computers. You can see like this is a total highest total sales that we have, and this is given as rank one. Okay, so this is how rank works. Okay, now I mentioned that if you have the same rank per category, like for example for this category books, if I have two same ranks, it will have to skip the next piece, correct? So how do you identify, this is again something important for testing, right? So how do you know if you have same rank given? Okay, so we cannot go and manually check all of this because we have a lot of data, right? So what I will do is I'm going to write on top of this, I'm going to write a query. So I will say select category, comma, RNK. So if I basically execute this, right? So I'm just getting, look at this. So I'm just getting the books and the rank, correct? So here I need to check if I have a same rank, like which means books one, something like that, right? So for that, what you can do is you can use an aggregation, correct? See here, I can say count of star, right? So then I have to group it by this, right? So here I can say group by count of stars. So if I execute this, so what it will give is, right, book 6, right? So books rank 6, there is only count 1, which means there is no duplication. So you need to identify where there is more than one count. So for that, here I'll write a having function. So having count of star greater than 1. So wherever you see the count of star greater than 1, it will give you that. Okay, so you can see here, I have the category electronics. Okay, and the rank is 102. So let me just put it somewhere here. So now let's check this, right? So I'll remove this and I will say select star. So okay, so if I execute this, I will say where category name is equal to electronics. So let me just maybe I'll convert it to the uppercase, both of this. So in case like if there are more electronics with uh, different cases, maybe uppercase or lowercase, all these things will come into picture. Okay, so electronics, let me execute this. Now it says like rank 1 or 2, right? So we'll go all the way down. See, okay, so here you can see. So we have electronics rank 101 here. So this one, if you see this, both of them have the same price, same total sales. So both of them have given rank 1 or 2, right? So two records occupied the same rank. Then what happens next? So we don't have 103. We only have 104. So this is how rank works, right? So the same thing, if I use dense rank, okay? So let's so this is 1 or 2, right? So nothing changes. The only change here is I'll just put dense rank instead of rank. No other change. So dense rank, what will happen is here, once you have 1 or 2, dense rank will not skip the next rank. So it will basically say, hey, this is 1 or 2, so the next rank would be 1 or 3. All right, that's the only difference. So let me go ahead and execute this. If I scroll down, let's go to 1 or 2. So yeah, so you can see here, right? So we have 1 or 2, and then we have 1 or 3, right? So it does not skip it. So that is what dense rank does. Okay. So now instead of dense rank, if I put row number, okay, again, so row number basically gives a running serial number. It will not have duplicate. So you will not see 1 or 2 and 1 or 2 here. So you'll see 1 or 2, 1 or 3, and 1 or 4. So you won't see two 1 or 2s. So let's go here and check. So you can see there is 1 or 1, 1 or 2, 1 or 3. So there is no duplication, right? So this is what row number is. So this is very important for us to understand the difference between row number, dense rank, and rank. This is a definitely interview question. Okay. So interview may ask in different ways. Let's say they might say like, hey, pick help me get the second highest record, a second rank. So here in that case, what you can do is like, uh, you can basically say rnk is equal to 2, right? So it will basically give you the second rank. Okay, so for books, this is the second rank and everything. Then they might ask a follow-up question and say, what happens if the two records have the same second rank, right? In that case, what will happen is you will get two records. So the second record, the next, they won't be rank 3 if you're using rank. If you're dense rank, they will be rank 3, right? But there will also be a question, okay, see, uh, I want to delete a duplicate record. So for example, so let's use this rank. Okay, so where rank is 1 or 2, right? Okay, so uh, electronics, right? Okay, so let's take this where, so if we have something like this, okay, so okay, this has to be here. Okay, let's execute this. So you have something like this. So this might be a duplicate. Okay. So assume that this is a duplicate. So how do you delete this, right? So the first thing is you can identify this, right, based on rank, row number, or dense rank. So from here you need to delete one. So here I on top of it I can basically put a delete command and basically say, hey, I can delete these duplicates where rank is equal to 1 or 2. So but it will delete both the records. Now certain scenarios that may be the right one, but if the interview comes back and says, I don't want to delete two records, I just want to delete one and I want to retain one. So how do you identify? In that case, rank and dense rank will not work. So you will basically have to use a row number, right? So you need to use a row number, and then you just pick up one record out of those. Okay, so you just say like the same total sales, whatever has the highest row number or lowest row number, you retain it and you delete the remaining one. So this is like an interview questions that you might expect. You should expect this. So please pay attention. Rank and dense rank is a definite interview question. So they will ask you in different ways. So by scenarios, nobody is going to ask you like the difference between rank and dense rank. They will always come up with a certain scenario. So you need to understand when to apply rank, when to apply dense rank. So I hope this was clear to you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next class.